Cost estimates are in for renovating the former Hoosier Desk building. More on that, plus Carrie Schneider has this week's visit with our friends at the DuBois County Humane Society, and WJTS Talent Spiel Coordinator Charlotte Olson is tonight's guest on Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. $12.8 million. That's what it's going to cost to repurpose the former Hoosier Desk building for the Jasper Library and Jasper Arts Commission should the two sides go forward with it. The cost figures were unveiled during a public meeting held last night at the Kimball Education Conference Center on Jasper's South Side. City consultants David Gamble and Barry Alberts told the packed house that the Library and Arts Commission would each kick in $6.4 million for the renovation. The cost estimates do not include restaurant space or any potential apartments on the second and third floors of the building. Now, Gamble and Alberts also discussed other funding sources such as various city department funds, the DuBois County Community Foundation, and state and federal tax credits. Gamble and Alberts say if all external funding sources are utilized, the cost per entity goes down to roughly $4.2 million each for a total of around $8.4 million. Library Board President Dean Vonderheide says the library will look into all available funding sources, regardless of which direction the library goes for a future site.
Once we have decided on our long range, what our plan is going forward, I think then we can go to the public and see what funds might be available from private and through our community foundation. So, as a library board, that is something we're going to be pursuing, but it's not something that has been up front. We have to have a story, we have to have a plan, we have to have the community on board with us in order to get something moving there.
Meanwhile, Jasper Arts Commission President Mike Jones was pleased that costs had not changed much since the Arts Commission looked into expanding the current Jasper Arts Center just a few years ago.
In 2006, it was going to cost $12 million to add that addition to that building. Well, then the economy sort of went south and the city got the softball, baseball, soccer fields, and so dollars were spent there, and so we kind of just shelved that concept. I couldn't be more excited to find out that we can do this project for $12 million almost 10 years later and get everything that we were looking for.
There were a few changes made to the plans in response to cost estimates and the recent structural study done on the building by Universal Design. This included breaking the building down into rehabilitated space, such as the boiler room, rebuilt space, including the second and third floors of the building, and various demolished spaces to clear the way for courtyards. Even with the changes, David Gamble says the plans remain an important part of Jasper's future as the city continues implementing its downtown riverfront master plan.
I'm from Boston, and of course there's no shortage of old buildings in Boston, but you don't have to travel very far. I think even in Louisville, nearly all of Main Street was rehabilitated with entirely new uses that are culturally and artistically inspired. So it's important to, I think, recognize what you have and build on those assets.
Mayor Terry Seitz was also among those on hand last night. Seitz says he was pleased with the overall perspective that these plans have taken.
Look at this site and the impact of the millions of dollars that's been invested publicly and privately and charitably in the riverfront, downtown Jasper and its vibrancy, and this fits right in the middle.
The city has invested roughly $4.8 million to date on projects related to the Downtown Riverfront Master Plan, which was adopted in late 2013. It's been a busy time for Jasper's Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center. The hospital says construction on its new health clinic in Bristow in northern Perry County is well underway. Ground was broken for this project back in late May. The new Bristow Clinic will be located along State Road 145, and the 4,500 square foot facility will have 6 exam rooms and a treatment room. Construction on this project is set to be done by the end of the year. In a news release, Memorial Hospital President and CEO Kyle Bennett says the hospital has been looking for ways to better serve Perry County for some time. He says the facility will be in a good location and will benefit the county as a whole. In other related news, Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center was recently honored with the 2015 Collaboration Award from the Indiana Rural Health Association. That award was given in honor of the hospital's partnership with the Amish and Mennonite communities in Daviess County to build the Country Health Center located in Montgomery. The Amish and Mennonites first approached Memorial Hospital in 2012 about this project. Country Health Center was developed after several possibilities were explored. The center opened back in April of 2013 and was funded by various community fundraisers and numerous volunteers who helped with the construction. There are currently 11 different healthcare providers at Country Health Center. Jasper-based German-American Band Corps says it will donate money to 10 Southern Indiana community foundations, including the DuBois County Community Foundation. German-American will be donating $10,000 each to 10 county community foundations in all. These include DuBois, Daviess, Gibson, Knox, Perry, Pike, Posey, Spencer, Vanderburgh, and Warwick counties. The gift to the DuBois County Community Foundation will be a direct contribution. The others will be given through the Community Foundation Alliance. Now, the Lilly Endowment will be matching the $100,000 in total contributions through its Giving Indiana Funds for Tomorrow or GIFT initiative. The match will grow the total up to $200,000 in all. In a news release, German-American Chairman and CEO Mark Schrader says the bank continues to be impressed by the positive local impact that various community foundations are having across Southern Indiana. He says the donation is the perfect fit for the area's culture of giving. And finally, tonight, as our rainy season continues and local roads close due to high water, farmers statewide are already counting up their losses. Purdue University experts are now estimating that farmers statewide have lost $486 million in corn and soybean production. An average of 9 inches, more than twice the normal level of rain, was measured last month at 200 recording stations all across the state. State climatologist Ken Shiringa says as much as 18 inches of rain has fallen in parts of northern Indiana. Now, agriculture economics professor Chris Hurt says 21% of the state's corn is in poor or very poor shape due to the rain. Crop insurance covers about 80% of losses all across the state. Of course, here in DuBois County, we've had several issues with flooding over the last 3 weeks or so due to high water, including the closure of County Road 1100 South between Ferdinand and St. Henry earlier today. All right, coming up after the break, Carrie is next with our friends at the DuBois County Humane Society, and later on, Charlotte Olson joins Bill Potter to talk about this year's Talent Spiel. We're back after this.